Hey, the fellow travelers, Mark and
Jocelyn.
the ever awesome Jocelyn, as we've been fighting over our chairs getting to work and the plug for the computer and all kinds of fun stuff with Halloween candy everywhere. We want to say thank you, everybody, for being so awesome and supporting us and helping us get to 800,000 subscribers. It is awesome to hit there. It has been a long road over these 12 years of 2,300 videos or something like that. I mean, it's been a lot. And thank you, Jocelyn, for letting me do this. It's been quite a road.
It's been a wild ride, let me tell you. On top of the fact that how many countries have we covered in this? Like over 50?
Yeah, videos, whatever.
It's really celebrating, y'all.
It's been a long day, people. It's been a long day.
We've made videos on more than 50 countries.
Yeah.
Right?
Because the kids have been to 50, over 50, and then there's more. So there's probably more than 50 countries we have videos from, and hundreds of cities, all kinds of stuff. But it's really awesome to be able to share with you. Tom Shaner, the full dad of all dad jokes. Chris Bates, been with us for a long time. Good to see you on here, buddy.
Hi, Lori.
Javier Xavier, good to see you. Marvel or DC? Marvel for me.
Hi, Lori.
Darian, good to see you, my friend. Lori, back from Savannah. Hope you had a good time. Blaine from Raleigh Creative. Ryan's on here. All kinds of great people. Oh, man. Costa's World of Music and Memories. Awesome. Yeah. Betty, thank you so much for the warm greetings. It's so nice to hear from you. Lori, thank you very much. Laura, awesome. It is really awesome to see and hear from all of you and all the support all these years.
And Mark Finley.
It's been a crazy years. And yes, from previous videos, you commented a couple times, but it's been a while.
So Liz from Means to Travel.
Oh, Liz is on there.
Darian from Magnificent Germany with Darian.
Yes. Tim from KC. My mom's there actually right now. So if you see her, say hi. I told us, like, make sure you have Italian food. She's like, we had that last night. I'm like, good. Go for barbecue or Lamar's Donuts for breakfast one of these days. So always nice. Oops.
Eric B's there.
Thanks, Eric B. Hey, if you're looking for another guy that travels around all the time, Eric B's having a fun time. Go check out his channel.
And hi, thank you, Dee. We appreciate that. And
my graduation picture from high school back in the day.
The plug came out again.
Yeah, the plug. So our plug. We do not have good plug placement for this new library here.
Sorry.
So we need to work on that.
Hi, Danny.
Oh, Terry's in the house. Always good to see Terry Finley. Always nice.
And Ronnie Dove.
Ronnie Dove. Ronnie D. Good to see you, bud. Yes.
Thank you, Fly J.
Hart, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We're goaded. Thanks.
But it's been. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if we want to reflect over the last 12 years of Walter's World and all of that, or what. I mean, it's been. I mean, a lot of you have been here for a long time, and I just want to say thank you. So, Basil Pizzuto, thank you very much for this super chat. We really appreciate it. It does mean a lot, and all of your support, monetary views, sharing, all those things,
liking comments, as long as they're kind.
Yes, and subscribing to our other channels. You know, Jocelyn, Simply Jocelyn channel. We now have a Walter's World Shorts channel. We just started. If you want to go in there, there's actually a link below in the description. You can go subscribe to it. But it's been a crazy 12 years of doing this, and I'm so happy we got it to.
Hey, Jody.
We got this far, and you all have been here with us. It's just nice.
Mark Finley wants your quarter zip. This Denmark quarter zip is limited edition.
Yeah, this
was a long time ago.
Yeah, this was from 2015.
Student trip,
I took students to Denmark, and that was the thing.
The flag, if you can see it.
Because one of my students, her dad was like the head of security at O'Hare for the international terminal, and he said, "Look, if you've got a group,"
David's my new favorite person.
Yes, she has an age. I look like garbage, man. Look at this. So much salt here. There was never salt before. But anyway, my student's dad's like, no, if everyone's in the same shirt, it's so much easier for us to find them. It's easier for us to get them. And actually, we had to use that because not on this trip, on another trip, we had matching T-shirts. and 2 of the students fell asleep in the airport, and I'm running around Terminal 5 trying to find them in O'Hare. And I'm like, where the hell are? Where's who? I'm like, where are they? And like, it's sort of like everyone's bored and just me looking for them. And then they showed like, oh, sorry, we fell asleep on the like we were like gate 5 and they were like gate 90. I'm like, what the? But yeah, but it was like, now I know why. Matching stuff. So we like, look for this sweatshirt.
Basil is taking 100+ high school students to Europe in 2022. God bless you.
Can I send you a bottle? Because you're gonna need this. Because I know college students are bad, but man, high school students are traveling with them.
It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be
a lot
crazy.
of really good, trustworthy chaperones because dang, that's something.
So Bia had asked us, did you find a new manufacturer for future merch? We do have one lined up. We're talking with them now to get some stuff set up. So hopefully we'll have something in the next month or so. I don't know if we'll have anything in time for Christmas. Hopefully we'll have something set up by the end of this month, so we can get some things. But I want to get one that doesn't just produce in one country, something that produces in multiple like areas. So if people order shirts from Europe, they don't have the stupid, insane shipping costs. Like, and
makes it really hard.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, we'll probably end up doing like a Teespring thing for a while because they produce in the U.S., they produce in Asia, they produce in Europe. So then we can drop the shipping costs. At least we got 3
continents covered there, right?
Yeah, so we can do that because what we had before was just, I mean,
I thought it
didn't work. It was. I'm glad we could help a local business, but it just didn't work. So yeah.
Hi, Steph in Wisconsin. We were just up in Green Bay for the Packers Washington football team game.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. It was really fun. We had a great time. And actually, Mark just put up a little clip of that. Is that on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Or you can, if you go to Jocelyn's channel, you can see what to eat at Lambeau. And if you go to mine, you can see the don'ts of going to a game at Lambeau. So there's all kinds of stuff. But Timothy, since one of the things for today, it's not just about celebrating 800,000 subscribers. It's also
about travel?
About winter travel. See, she doesn't even look anymore. She's like, whatever. I just show up and be awesome because that's what she does.
I think he's mocking me.
Maybe.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe. It's been.
Hey, are you all ready?
So.
Shut up, Mark.
Anyway.
Whiskey Wednesday. When every time I say "shut up, Mark,"
yeah, you gotta take a drink. Just like in the good old days during the peak of the pandemic, we all were home and we're doing Whiskey Wednesdays for like Wednesday. 3 or 4 hours of just straight whiskey drinking and answering questions. It was a good time.
Oh, goodness.
But yes, it was a good time. But Tim wants to know best Christmas market. Now, for me, I like going to the Harz Mountains and doing Quedlinburg and Vennegoуда. But there's some really nice ones a lot of places. And if you go to a bigger city, there's going to be multiple spots. Like if you go to Berlin, there's one close to Alexanderplatz, and that's more like a fun fair or the Spree or Spreewald, not Spittelau. Spandau, or you can go out there and there's actually a big, like more fun fair, like county fair kind of ones.
I wasn't paying attention.
But then the question that's on the
I know,
thing,
but I wanted to talk about Charlottenburg.
Anyway, there's places like Charlottenburg Palace where you can go, and it's a nicer one. You can go to where it's a little bit chillaxer, and there's like some shops, but more eating, drinking, and just enjoying yourself.
It's not as many like tourists from abroad and more like local people at that. I like that one for that because they get a little bit of like locally stuff.
Yeah, and if you go to smaller towns, you really do get a better chance to meet people. I know we were at Innsbruck, which I know isn't a small town, but when we're in Innsbruck, there's fewer tourists that are there. We actually have to meet quite a few locals and spend time with them and spend time at Christmas time to talk to them about Austrian Christmases and all kinds of stuff. So it is very nice. Oh, Basil's proudly wearing my World's World Quarter Zip for this. Nice, very nice.
Awesome.
That's one of the things so I'm trying to find places that do the quarter zips, but a lot of the online places
they just do t-shirts.
They do t-shirts and sweatshirts,
maybe.
Yeah, and like if I want to make like a keychain, I'm like, why do I want a keychain? It's like trying to figure those things out. So that's where we had some of the delays going on. But hopefully we'll get there so we get some quarter zips in the future, but at least we'll have some other fun gear for you.
Rainy Books from Amanda or with Amanda. I really like your name. Huge fan of books, obviously. I haven't even unpacked all of my books. Oh, I don't know. It flew by and I just caught it.
Greetings from San Antonio.
Mr. Means to Travel is with us too.
Oh, Derek, my buddy.
And he says, best Christmas market, the one you're at.
I have to agree with that.
I'm hoping I got to do it. I got to go to Home Depot or Menards or something this week because I really want to have our own Christmas market this year outside so we can have our Christmas party and stuff like that.
Keep going.
So any hootie, I want to make our own Christmas market at home because not everyone's comfortable with an indoor Christmas party. So we're going to do it outside and try to recreate just a little bit of Germany, France, Austria, like that kind of thing here at home.
So we're trying to figure out, it's like, the lights and then like the mulled wine stuff, the hot wine stuff, and then the snacks. And
I got to find people to like serve it though, because Mama doesn't want to be like making wine all night.
Yeah, because
somebody else.
So those of you like that have been around, like we do we like doing a Christmas open house. So it's like a 5 or 6 hour, just come when you want. And so like actually the table that the computer's on right now that we're filming from, it's usually just full of alcohol. And then on the island in the kitchen's all this food. And it's just like people come and go as they want. So you get to see a nice eclectic mix of people and just see friends and make friends.
And that's what all of our friends say. They're like, that was like the craziest group of people, but everyone was really nice. And that is our goal in life.
That's our goal.
To bring
people
together.
Different, whatever. Like we all can be together.
Like,
we can all be together here. So Sue, yes, Whiskey Wednesday got us through COVID, especially the beginning. That is true.
Click that, yes.
And Sally showed. I had my interview for Global Entry today, and I'll receive my approval, even though the agent said it probably wouldn't go through tomorrow. Sally, it's because you're awesome.
That's pretty fast.
That's
exciting.
Super fast.
I'm glad for you.
But I want to go back to Dwight. Love your videos and stuff like that. Yeah, I say that way too much. Way too much.
You know what bugs me?
Way too much.
So when you are there, or when you are here, and I'm like, when you are, it bugs me. I don't know why. So, and stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't do anything that annoys me because you are perfect in
every way. It's amazing.
Oh, we got some from Australia in here. Very nice. Richard from Down Under.
Person.
I know.
Oh, Thomas, hi.
Very few of us get to marry perfect people. Only I and Derek. Derek from Means to Travel and Terry from Escaping the Empty Nest. She
and
married
the gals.
perfect. And the gals. Yes, they got. Yep. This is true. I mean, very few people will go trudging out in the mud to dig out a flooded basement.
Why does Menards make Derek and Mark both giggle?
Say big money at Menards.
Is that why you giggled?
I don't know.
I don't know if Mark's ever been to Menards. I'm just kidding.
That's where I go to look for all the Christmas decorations. And then you get, and then you go get. Hey, here's the thing.
Mom wants a new Milwaukee drill.
If you're looking for DVD series of 80s TV shows, Menards is the place to That's your Amazon doesn't have it. Menards will have it.
Menards.
You want Saved by the Bell, the entire series. They have it. Was it Save or Crossing an Angel? No, what's the one that Michael Lando's on? Touched by an Angel. They'll have it. I mean, it's just
so dirty. What a terrible name for a show.
Well, yeah. Okay, sorry, I didn't go there. Anyway. So D says, I missed 5 things you love and hate about a place. Which is your favorite book, Jocelyn? Chalets and Barrels.
Let's come down. Sorry.
Yeah, Chalets and Barrels. That's one thing. Ooh, we do have the rain barrel. We could put that out.
It's not our rain barrel was square. I know I haven't pulled it out of the box yet. By the way, huge fan of rain barrels because you get to save all that water that comes off your roof and then use it to water your plants. I'm also one of those people who doesn't like to water my lawn, so all my neighbors hate me because ours is the only brown lawn in the neighborhood.
It turns green again.
Eventually, I just have a thing with not wasting water. So if I can gather rainwater, rain barrels are amazing.
So D, one of the things with the 5 love and hates. So we did that. That was our first one. The 5 love and hates were our first things that really got us viral and got us. Yes, thank you, John. Oh no, we're not going back that far, are we? Anyway, so the love and hates, I did those for quite a while, and then I kind of moved away from them because I got more serious with the don'ts, and then the funny stuff I put in those shocks videos, and so I haven't done as many love and hates as I used to, but I still have a few. You'll notice maybe one comes out every other month or so. But that is one thing is on some of our future trips, someone asked about Ireland, I will be redoing the love and hates of Ireland and love and hates of Dublin because my God, the love and hates of Ireland, if you go back, you'll actually see a dude mooning me in the video, the one there. And then the Dublin one, the picture was the wrong way. So it's a negative thing. It was just bad. So it's pretty terrible from back in the day. So we'll be doing new ones of those.
I'm gonna do some foodie things.
Yes, you got food stuff like eats and different, like for Ireland, Dublin, Northern Ireland. If we can get a food class, try to put something
I'd
in
like
there.
to take a cooking class while we're there, and see what we can do. I'd also like to find a place to stay that has peat fires. I know peat's like very not usable in most places, but some have like little bitty pieces and just to make it smell like peat, and it's pretty amazing. Hey, I just want to say hi to Richard all the way down and down under. Thank you for watching.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna get down there eventually. I was exchanged from there in the '90s, and I got to get back to see my family there. They were wonderful people. The Wrights in Wagga Wagga, not in Wagga Wagga. They're from Tamora, actually from a ranch outside of Tamora, but good times, New South Wales.
Oh, John.
Andre, am I wearing shoes right now? So I just went outside, so I do have my shoes on because I had to take the dog out. But most of the time we are not wearing shoes in the house. But Caleb never takes his shoes off in the house.
It
is
really
bad.
makes me happy
He
when
like
I
huffs.
vacuum him up the whole floor, and then he
or my personal favorite is when he's like comes in and lays in our bed to like look at the TV, watch the TV, and I'm like, dude, you got your shoes on in my bed.
He's not on the covers.
No, he at least puts it off. At least he's respectful
There
enough to go
on
to the side.
edge, but
Now his
still.
brother would be like, but he never wears his shoes anyway. So
No, Liam would be barefoot all day.
ooh,
every day.
John, I like this hot chocolate made with milk, mit amaretto at any Christmas market.
Yes,
Dude, you're right on.
that's something. So I do like when we do our Christmas market party. I want to have, obviously, I'll have the wine, and then I'd like to do hot chocolate and then Kinder Punch.
Yeah.
Yes, so we can. Do
Oh,
all those.
Sue, thank you so
Sue.
much.
You were a dog.
Congrats on 800,000. How long are you going to be in Ireland? We're just going to be there for a week.
Not long enough.
Not long enough, but you know, it's we go. We can go with the kids, and this is one we can actually take the kids international. So that's nice. And so we're going to get in the Northern Ireland for a few days and a few days in the Republic and then head back. So we're kind of happy about that. But it's nice to be able to leave the country and go do some stuff. I know next year.
I know. I kind of feel like I can breathe better.
I know if we could do this, but
we
I know,
get out of the
like
country, it's
next
not
year.
terrible.
But the thing is, the kids are in new schools now, and where we were before, they were very much more open to like, oh, take the kids, go, whatever, travel.
And Caleb's in high school now.
Yeah, high school, and
that is no joke. You
Yeah.
miss half a day, and you're screwed for a week.
Yeah, so I like.
I'm gonna just say that being online last year was like he has forgotten all of those things that he learned about. How to study and how to take notes and how to organize things because shut up, Chris Bates.
You were talking about taking notes. You weren't talking about
I'm a child.
poor, sweet, wonderful, joyous Chris Bates.
I love you.
I did buy some Christmas lights today.
Oh, you know what I did? I asked my neighbors who they use to put up their Christmas lights because they have the kind of Christmas lights that I really, really want. That I am totally not capable of doing myself. So no, the Christmas tree is not up yet.
Yeah. John, we both know what Nards and Narnies, but anyway.
Oh, Narnies. I know that.
Travelers Unite, that's right. Chris, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Yeah, no, the Christmas tree isn't up yet. But I did buy lights, like the little it's like dental floss lights.
3 Wisemen.
Yes, I got 3 Wisemen from Costco, so we have that.
Jesus and Mary flew away last year.
They did fly away in the wind, so we got to get new ones. That's right. But yes, but there's stuff coming. So yeah, don't ruin. I don't want to surprise for you, baby. There could be a surprise. There could be a surprise. No, so we had that, but I got it actually for my office Christmas tree, which will be going up this week. In my office at work because I didn't have lights on it, and I got that like little string light that looks like dental floss. So I'm like, perfect for the work holiday tree. There.
Ask him how many holiday trees he has.
I don't know how many holiday trees do you have?
You have 2 for your office. You have a blue one.
The blue one, and
then you also used to have a green one. Do you no longer have that?
That's that. Well, now that we moved, I don't know where it is. It's like in storage someplace.
Listen, moving.
I don't know. Yes, Derek is amazing. Wait, there was another one.
I know there was one right around here.
Fly where are you at the moment? We are actually home, my friend. We are actually at home. So it's funny. It doesn't feel. The last year and a half, we've actually traveled to 27 states with our kids during COVID. So the kids actually got to see. I mean, they're down to like 10 states left to see.
I've only got
You've
two.
got like Alaska and Hawaii, Alaska. Yeah, that's right. I've got Hawaii, Alaska. I don't know if I've been to Utah, and then Oregon, and that's it. That's all I got left.
But there are a couple that I don't remember in the extreme northwest, just because I don't remember them. But I was there when I was like 5, but I don't have good memories, so I don't know if I should count those.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they count, but you know.
So Dom asked a good question. Have you been to India? We have not been to India. India would have been this in the original pre-COVID times. I know it sounds crazy saying this. So it was supposed to be Christmas of that time, and Christmas, New Year's of 20 going into 21 was going to be Australia, New Zealand, and then Christmas time this year was supposed to be India for 3 or 4 weeks because we wanted more time. We don't want a short trip. Like India, we'd like to do a couple months.
Think about like weather and things like that.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, if I went to India in July, I would know. I would be as skinny as her after like a day, but I'd die of dehydration.
Oh my gosh, how skinny would I be? I'd be back to like
you. I don't know. You're perfect how you are.
Yes, thank you.
So Diddle Pedagogy, fellow professor here. Awesome. Thank you for educating the young minds of the world and the older minds of the world. I've been a fan of Walter's World for a long time and your work on your other channel. Thank you very much. Huge inspiration. Just want to pop to say thank you and congrats. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man or woman. I really appreciate it. And I think professors that really reach out and try to do stuff online are really helping students now. I know from my experience and from talking to students, it meant a lot to them when the professors went out of the way to make specific content for online versus just filling them when they talk, because it's such a different experience. So you're a rock star yourself, and I just want to say thank you for that. Oh, Basil is heading to Paris with a family and friends for Christmas break. Any advice? Okay.
Dress in layers. Christmas in Paris is beautiful. Actually, France in general. And if you can get to Strasbourg. There are beautiful Christmas markets there. I know it's a bit of a hop from Paris, but there's a train. It's wet. And it's wet all damn day. Like, even if it's not raining, it like is that kind of cold that seeps into your bones. So like I always start with a layer of like silk, because I know people think I'm crazy, but silk is like kind of this great thing that kind of, it's hot or cool. And it's a really nice thin layer. And then I put cotton over that and then wool over that. So keep yourself warm and lots of layers. Make sure that whatever good shoes you're taking are kind of water resistant at least. Because, again, lots of water.
So James asks, what's your favorite holiday celebrated in another country that isn't celebrated here in the United States? I would say Panaya for you, right?
Yeah, Panaya. Or I was also thinking of the festas in Portugal. There's a bunch of saints that have their saints' days around the same time. In Portugal, it's like this big,
Santos in Lisbon. Because São João is like the patron saint of Portugal, but then Santo Antonio, for those who are Catholic, the Saint Anthony of Padua, he's actually from Lisbon. You can actually go see where he was born. And right in there, on his birthday, they have like a huge Santos festival. So like there's the whole city just parties. It's such a fantastic time.
Such a great time.
That is a great time. Even if you don't have a toilet and your brother has to poop on the street. But anyway, we will go there.
And the other one is Panaya, which is in the Greek Orthodox Church, it's the Dormition of Mary. The Catholics call it the Assumption. But part of that, it's a big thing in the church. It's probably like the third biggest, maybe fourth biggest celebration of holy days in the church. But what is really cool is that the women in the villages, it's an old tradition, they stomp the grapes that day. It's August 15th, which is also Caleb's birthday. They stomp I think they're virginal women. I think that it has, I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure originally they were virginal women. But as you were like, I'm going to go do this.
Go and do it, but it's
you've got 2 kids. I don't know how the math works.
Well, Mary Aunt Jesus.
Touche.
But
anyway,
not the same
we
thing.
are family friendly. If we were on Simply Jocelyn, we could talk about that.
No, so anyway, the women go and stomp the grapes in their bare feet. I've just always wanted to do it, and maybe someday I'll actually really get that. Betty up in North. It's like Home Depot, but it's a regional.
It's your DIY store. It's a DIY store, do-it-yourself store. So it has all your like hammers, nails, but then it has really good Christmas displays. So what?
Nothing. I love you so much.
What? It's a DIY store.
It's not a DIY. It's
No,
a
but
hardware store.
If you're in the UK, it's called a DIY store.
Well, maybe she's not in the UK.
Benson. Okay, Ben's son. Her dad is Ben, so she's Betty Ben's son. So she's Swedish. There you go. Boom. So
shouldn't Swedish be Benson?
No, it's Ben's son. It's Ben's son. Anyway, it is basically a Home Depot. If you want that, I'm just trying to help. So Lori, our recently in Savannah friend, says, I've enjoyed the food candy videos with little guy Mark. You're cool then. So for those who don't know, Liam, so we used to have a Professor Christmas channel because I'm a big Christmas fan, but we ended up turning into Liam's channel.
I made fun of him a lot.
Yeah, yes, all the time. And so Liam actually has his own channel where we rank candy, we rank food, but also just Liam being Liam. So we started a channel. So if you want, if you look up really Liam happy. Walters, we have one like on ranking apple flavored foods, pumpkin flavored stuff, Halloween candy. There's a really good Christmas candy one that's going to come out Christmas. We've already filmed it, so it's ready to go. It's already waiting. But just like Jocelyn, it is a bit early to put out a Christmas video in early November. So I postponed that until the 4th or 5th of December, if you want to know. So you have that. I know. Where's she going to hit me because I like Christmas. I haven't put any. Liam put the Christmas music on today. That wasn't me.
It was yesterday, and I about killed him.
Yes.
Stuart has AstroTurf. I think that's brilliant.
Well, Stuart is brilliant. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Let's see. Ooh, Jen. She's excited to see the stuff about Ireland, going back to Ireland in March. It's a good time there. Here's the thing, is St. Patrick's Day, we celebrate actually kind of more in the U.S. than there. But in Dublin, it's a really popular place for like exchange students or study abroad students. So kind of meet up and do stuff on there. So if you're going to be there or in around Dublin on the 17th, make sure you get your accommodation booked now. Otherwise, if you stay outside of Dublin, you're going to be fine. Let's see.
Wow, that's really good. I haven't had $100,000 in a really long
time.
Dude,
$100,000 is like the underrated, like awesome one out there. Everyone loves those.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Mike has a good question. I see lots of Lonely Planet guides back there. How useful are those guides today? I will say Lonely Planet is actually still very good because if you're going to go to places, you're going to look at historic sites. I mean, the Colosseum's not moving. The history of the Colosseum doesn't change. So they're actually still good for that kind of stuff. Now, those old guidebooks are not good for like restaurants and hotels because those things change so much. That's why you ever notice we don't ever really talk about restaurants, we don't talk about hotels because we know that it can change and people watch our videos from years ago. So we want to give you a good solid base and then you can figure out the destination. So they still are awesome for like sites and what to eat, maybe not where to go. So we kind of do that.
Melinda, I am not joking. Melinda said that Tracy's waiting for new socks. So the Gallivanting Gals came and we did some videos and they spent 2 nights. Anyway, we hung out. We had just the best time.
And we would have seen them this weekend in Nashville, but we've been wiped out. And I have to go. It's my mom's birthday this weekend. So Melinda and Trace, sorry.
So we had a little rainstorm and the water started backing up into the basement. So Mark
it's called flooding the basement
through the windows. So Mark goes out and he's trying to fix it. And I love my husband and he's brilliant in so very many ways, but engineering is not his forte. So Tracy goes
but I could have been a rocket scientist.
You could have. Yeah, but it's a different kind of engineering. It's a different end.
But anyway, we digress.
We do digress. So Tracy went out in her socks because shoes would have just been covered. She went out.
Well, that would have been silly going in shoes or barefoot.
Barefoot would be bad. She went out and dug out our yard wall.
No, her and I were there while you.
I went to the hardware store.
You were and you and Melinda were like, "Oh, you should go over there and do that." We're like, "Thanks."
I ran to the hardware store.
Thanks a lot.
Anyway, it was all hands on deck, and I owe Tracy some socks. So I was just texting. Melinda had said something, so I just texted them back, and I said, "I need your shipping address because they're these beautiful, wonderful, amazing socks that everyone should have." I'm gonna just put it out here right now. Right socks.
Why don't you
WRIGHT.
here type it in there because I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to put it all caps. Oh, well, that says socka. It should be socks. Anyway.
I can't see. We can't do anything nice. We can't have anything nice. But
so right socks are amazing because they're 2 layers. So when you are traveling and you're walking around and you're going to get blisters, guess what? You're not, because the socks, because they're 2 thin layers. They're not really thick. They rub against each other rather than anything rubbing against your foot. They also have this little flippy thing on the back end. Leave it to my friend whose husband is cross country coach, and she ran cross country in college. She's the one that told me about that. And I was like, these things are brilliant. They don't go in every pair of socks you own or every pair of shoes you own. But, like for a lot of shoes, especially like tennis shoes and whatnot, they'll fit really well and fix all sorts of stuff. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So Derek from Mr. Means to Travel wants to know, when are you guys making a Chicago trip to hang? Just saying, still here for a limited time only. So Caleb's best buddy is actually going to school up in Chicago. So we're trying to figure out how we can get him to go spend a weekend with his friend up there. And then one of us will be up there, or all of us will be up there, and we'll stay in the city. So maybe we can hang and have a good time. Yeah. Oh, Nora's planning to stay in Bio. Bio is fantastic. The World War II museum that's there is wonderful, but the Bio tapestry is fantastic. Go in and see that. We have a few videos on that area on Normandy and Bio. It is incredible.
Bayo is probably actually the World War II museum in Bayo is probably absolutely one of my favorites.
So our buddy Thomas Wright has already started sending his Christmas cards because the mail has some issues right now. There you go.
Oh shoot, we should order those like ASAP. Huh?
Well, I figured you wanted to get something from Ireland in there, so I haven't really done that yet. So, it's only whatever.
Yeah. Mike's going to be in Normandy on Friday. Very cool.
Mike, you are 1,000 times cooler than us. Oh, Bio is great. Rune, I like Rune. So I was in Rune. You've been to Rune's fantastic. We had a video on that.
Actually, no,
Rune's great.
I liked it so much that there's a university there, and I was looking for positions. Yeah, every now and then they have one open, but they haven't been specifically in your field. So I haven't pulled them out for you. So
Whiskey Tornado, thank you very much. Lance, my brother.
Cheers. Lance.
So if any of you enjoy whiskey or bourbon, so I'm drinking some Woodford Reserve from Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. You want to learn about it? Go to Whiskey Tornado. Lance talks about all kinds of bourbons, all kinds of whiskey. The dude competes on like how awesome certain whiskeys or bourbons would be, but he has fantastic videos talking about all the different stuff that's out there and reviewing different whiskeys. So if you're looking to get like gifts for people for Christmas, go on his channel, check it out. He has all kinds of stuff. He was actually, I don't know if he's still on the Bourbon Trail, but he was on the Bourbon Trail with other youth, like taking to some of his fans from Whiskey Tornado out there. And also, he's also a badass. He actually, when I got got thinner, years ago, he was helping me, and then I went away, and then I got huskier. Not as thin. So he's he's an awesome dude. And dude, you want to talk about like high quality videos? I wish my videos were as high quality produced as his. So go to Whiskey Tornado, subscribe, check it out, learn about whiskey. So yes, Jocelyn.
Eric come at the same time we do. Eric is planning on trying to get up to Chicago, so I think it would be really fun if we.
Yeah, it would be fun. So we just need to figure out when they're going to be there.
Now there's to go. They're not far. Yeah, have a big old party.
So there was one up here. There's one I saw.
There was one about heading to Italy that I wanted to answer, but it ran away. It's really hard.
Yeah, Laura says yes. Laura, you're 100% right. Michelle, that's Michelle's.
I've always got the drill in hand. I have a background in construction. I know it's historic, but
Michelle has a question about Italy.
All right, heading to Italy. Yes, it is for 2 weeks at the end of November. Venice, Florence, Lucca, Rome. I love London walks and Paris walks because of the ability and just to walk and join a group. Any recs for similar tours in Italy? We have used some in Rome when we've taken students.
Yeah, we do.
And I know there are some in Venice, but you know what? Personally, I wouldn't want to join a group in Venice. If it were me, I would hire a guide for Venice and Florence specifically. First of all, Venice is a wonderful, beautiful place. to get lost and find your own stuff. But if you want someone there that's like giving you information, literally some of the streets are like 3 feet wide. I mean, it's maybe a yard might even be stretching it.
It's cool.
So you don't want to go in a group. It really sucks. You don't get to go down those tiny little things and really experience what Venice is.
Also, when you do like a group tour, you should have that one person that's like 1,000 questions that are totally lame and you get stuck with them.
And then also Florence, because of the art is, I mean, if you want to just do a quick overview, you should join a group and do, the Uffizi and whatever, and do that. But for me personally, I would rather not take a big group in either of those places. I don't know that you could find a group tour in Lucca because Lucca's not.
It's gotten more popular.
It's gotten more popular. But Rome, there's some really good ones. I don't know the name.
Walks of Italy. Walks of Italy does a fantastic job. I've used them multiple times with my students all throughout Italy.
And use them to get the early thing into the Vatican.
But I will say, when you do the early tours in the Vatican, you get to see the Sistine Chapel and all that, and then they leave and they go into then they go into St. Peter's.
Yeah.
No, St. Peter's.
Sorry.
So when they do that, you're like, you know what? I'm going to break off and I want to go enjoy the museum and then go back into the Vatican museums and explore that and then go see St. Peter's on your own. Yes, you missed that part of the tour, but it's worth it if you want to spend more time in there, like in the Raphael rooms or stuff.
Yeah, and there's so much information on St. Peter's that you can like pull that up on your phone. But the things that they tell you within the Vatican are smaller things that you're not going to get from something like that.
So, Dusty, I meant to answer this question about a half hour ago when you actually asked it. I apologize.
Hope you're still here.
So how do you deal with pushy vendors when traveling? I understand people have to hustle, especially in developing countries, but some of them can be frustrating and annoying, as in they harass you. Okay,
be polite.
One of the biggest places I see this is in Jamaica. I've seen tourists really get into fistfights and punch locals.
Yelling, screaming, berating people.
Yeah, and you're right.
It's ugly.
But here, first off, realize for a lot of places where you go, especially when it's ports of call, like on a Caribbean cruise and stuff like that, there is no social net that's going to help them later. They eat what they kill, so they have to sell stuff to be able to feed their family. So this is their job, okay? But what we found, like in Jamaica and other places we've gone in the Caribbean, and in Brazil, if you're respectful to them, they're respectful to you. So I'll tell them, like, hey, yeah, man, you want this? And I'm like, you know what? We've already bought all our tours. I really respect what you do. It's awesome work. I appreciate it, but we're not buying anything right now. Thanks, man. And a fist bump where it's like, hey, respect, and we're good. We never had any problems, but we'd have the same thing. And they'd be like, Tommy would be like, oh, I don't want your stuff. What are you doing? And people would be mean to them. Look, just be respectful. And like, hey, I appreciate it. Be kind. And you're like, hey, you know what? I've bought all my souvenirs already. I appreciate it. It's cool stuff. I appreciate respect, man. And boom, fist bump. And then I've actually remember we were in Jamaica when I was too fat and I didn't feel comfortable going up this waterfall. And Joss and the boys went up and I was sitting with this guy and he's like tried to sell us stuff at the beginning. Respect. And he and I, we just sat there and talked for like 30 minutes as they explored the waterfalls. And I'm like,
but that's Jamaica.
That's Jamaica. But the thing is
because that's how people are in Jamaica.
They're
kind.
Chill.
They're kind back.
Yeah, and some places you just gotta be firm. Like, look, I don't want anything.
And there are those touts, and honestly, in all of the places we've gone and many years that we've traveled, usually I can just say no, thank you, in their language, and go on about my business. Every now and then, there are people who will like kind of chase you down, and they're ugly and whatever. And sometimes you have to be really firm. Like you have to just say no and turn around and walk away. Or learn to say it in like, no, I don't want, or no, thank you. I don't want this.
Booyah. Ich will das nicht. No quiero. No quiero.
When I was in China and I was going through all the markets and stuff, which was amazing and absolutely loved it. Sometimes people were really aggressive and just they're salespeople. It's not that they're physically aggressive, but they're just like, no, you have to buy this. And I'm like, just booyah. Like when, instead of saying it in English and I said booyah really like firmly in Chinese, they were like, or in Mandarin, they're like, okay. And that's all it took, just being in their language was they got it.
Yeah. So Lean Donut.
Oh,
Who wants a lean donut? I want a fat
Krispy
donut.
Kremes.
Hello from Colombia. We'd love to have you visit Bogota. So Colombia was one of the ones that actually got nailed because that was our spring break 2021 trip that got nailed from COVID. So Colombia is on the list. We will be there. I think it's Cartagena, Bogota, and Medellin. Is that where I planned for those three? So Lean, we will be there. I don't know when, but that you are in the plans. Don't worry about it. And Nigel, I feel like mistakes are one of the ultimate things to show off you're human. That's right. And that's one thing. If you're learning languages, you're traveling, make mistakes and just be okay with it. Don't be embarrassed by it.
No, and just be kind about it. And also, let's remember that those of us who are tourists also have to deal with tourists, not just when we're traveling, but also when we're at home. And this is something, having worked in the tourism industry in Savannah, where it's like swamped with tourists all the time. Be kind to people who are ignorant of the things that are happening around them because they're tourists. They put the magic fanny pack on and they do stupid stuff that they wouldn't ordinarily do in their normal lives. So let's just show a little bit of grace to each other.
So DZ, hi, would you consider visiting Albania? I visit Greece and like your videos on it.
Actually, this summer.
Well, there's this summer, and then also last summer Albania was in the plans for us to do it. So how COVID restrictions are in summer of 2022, because our idea was to go from Italy down to Greece and like hit all the countries along the way. So Albania was on our list, and it still is our place to go. So
we're hoping we'll manage it. Lean Donut.
Lean Donut.
Mark teaches undergrad.
Kelly. Talk to Liz and Derek for means of travel because we don't do Kelly here.
We do Kelly.
We're all about Illinois and business. No, we are.
There's a big fat Georgia flag flying outside our house.
Yes, but that's
and Georgia stickers on our cars.
Terry, College of Business is nice.
And Darian gave me an UGA statue that is sitting outside the house. That's all we got for Illinois. We're such terrible people. What are you trying to make it so that you're so dumb?
It's always there. So Miss Lean says, do you teach MBAs or undergrads? I'm going through my MBA at the Kelly School. So right now I teach undergrads, but I've taught grad students as well, MBA students as well, probably doing some online stuff. But if you go to our Professor Walters channel, I know you watch those videos. Actually, our videos are used in multiple universities. Like one of my old students, they're doing their MBA at Rice. They're like, hey, Mark, we're watching your videos in class to help us out. So our videos are for all people, not just undergrads, grads. If you're starting out your own Etsy channel, we have marketing videos that can help you on our Professor Walters channel. So we do everything we can to help out. Because that's one thing. It's something like, look, let's democratize education. Let's get as much out as I can. If I can help more people do better at travel and business and stuff, I think I've done a good thing. So, well, Noel says, as long as you're not Bama fans, don't worry. Jocelyn is not a Bama fan, though we do have a close friend.
Go Dogs, go!
We do have a friend of ours who did accidentally play for Alabama, and he was the captain of the defense when he was there.
He was captain of the team, wasn't he?
Yeah, whatever. He was a captain. There's multiple captains, and he's a captain for the Washington football team. And we love him. Jonathan is a wonderful person, and he married a good friend of ours, Hannah. And you can't choose. I guess you can't choose where you go to school. But Jonathan Allen, if you're ever looking, he does wonderful work in the Washington D.C. area for homeless children and kids that are like
kids through the foster system.
He does some wonderful work. He was for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award last year for Washington. Yes. Great guy. He's a friend of ours, friend of the family.
He's an amazing guy. So he and Hannah are great people. And Mark, that really bothers me. You should put the liquor in first and then the mixer. Bless his heart.
That's yours. You know what? I'll be right back, folks.
I'm not going to shoot my charcuterie with you
because I'm going to die. She's going to kill me. So Betty says Krispy Kreme is the bomb, and I'm going to put another
favorite donuts ever anywhere. I hardly ever eat donuts.
So Valentina, I have been to Rosario many years ago, and for those of you that go to Argentina, you don't just have to go to Buenos Aires. There's a lot of really great places all around the country. And yes, Sam, Jocelyn loves the magic fanny pack. We need to have a video. We need to have a magic fanny pack that goes around the world. I think that would be great. Raiden, yes, please come to Panama. I've been going there since I was a baby. So Panama is another place that we're looking to go. So it is on the list. And a lot of people go, are you going to go to these places or not? We're going to go everywhere eventually. The only places we don't go is when it's a safety issue. That's the only thing that holds us back. Okay. Oh, Basil, thank you very much for the super chat. You are fantastic people. Enjoy the videos and chats always. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, Basil. You have yourself a fantastic evening. Let's see. Sam, any tips for Europeans visiting USA this year? Any expected changes or things to note? I'll be right back. Jocelyn, you start. I'll be back.
Okay, as I'm chewing prosciutto.
That's right, because I'd like to make your life difficult. That's what husbands do.
Here's what is. Get out of my face.
I'm not in your face.
You're literally in my face. So here's the thing about people coming to the U.S. Sam, by the way, thank you for the super chat. When you come here, every state is different. As a matter of fact, even cities are different. Like I was just in Savannah, and city of Savannah has a mask mandate. But like Tybee Island is its own place, and they don't necessarily have one. Or like Atlanta might and Vidalia might not. And so it's different everywhere. So you need to look up specific information for the places that you're visiting.
Luckily, we had a whole other big bottle because Jocelyn just drinks.
Shut up and sit down. This
on
is an
her channel.
question, damn
if
it.
you go to Simply Jocelyn, you'll find her teaching you how to make awesome drinks.
You need to stop drinking. So that's different. Public transportation is different everywhere too. As far as like what you're doing, I would recommend. It would make it easier if you are here, puppy. If you are vaccinated, I think that you have to be vaccinated to come in the U.S., right?
I believe so.
I think that's right now.
But
no,
vaccinated and testing is going to be something you're going to do anywhere you're going to go.
I don't feel like there are any huge unexpected changes from us to your thing is in euros. So I don't feel like it's anything horribly different. I know than anywhere there. It's just that you need to pay attention to each city and state. Look at the State Department, the U.S. State Department's websites for their stuff, obviously. But then whatever state you're going to, whatever city you're planning on visiting, check their requirements. Because we're doing the same thing as we travel around here. Shut up. Lori says, shut up, Mark. Because, shut up, Mark, really.
So, Terry, I think we did bring enough here to show the class. So, let's see. So, Fortune Cup. I'm sorry, I'm clicking the wrong thing.
We're not ready. We're not eligible for booster shots. That popped up for a second. We're not.
Visit the UK month for 2 weeks. Thanks for your interviews and Real ID video. The trip was amazing. So easy to enter the US when I came back. Had my glove entry in hand. Yay. Thank you so much. I'm glad we can help out. And that's the thing is, there is a lot of like little questions people have when they talk about travel prep. And here's a spoiler. We actually filmed a whole class for because on our videos it's like you have to have some travel background in order to like get our videos sometimes. And so we realized we've gotten I would say the last year and a half, we've gotten a lot of videos from people like, I've never traveled before. Like, what do I need to do? How do I plan? How do I choose a destination? And so we actually work with this company called Bright Trip, and we actually developed a class on how to plan a travel, like how to plan travel. Travel planning 101, basically what it is.
Travel planning 101.
Yeah. And so we went through, and it's like a 2021 video series from how to choose a destination, basics of safety.
How many videos do you make? Like 10, 12?
No,
like a million.
We made 21 videos.
No, that's fine. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Hey, are you married and your wife doesn't pay attention to you? Hit F in the chat because that's how this works.
That's what spouses do.
What were you talking?
Sorry. No, I was not. You're my favorite.
Yes. So we have that coming out to help out like new travelers because I just it was cool because they contacted us and I wasn't sure what to make, and they're like, why don't you make a video on just the basics of travel planning so people that don't know have an idea, and I'm like, you know what, that's a really good idea. So we made a bunch of literally it's 20 videos, and they actually brought.
It was an entire day with a film crew and everything.
Yeah, we never filmed with a film crew before. So those who don't know, when I make our videos, it's literally me and a tripod.
Or me and a tripod with Mark standing behind it and me going, "Shut up, Mark."
Yes. Believe me, Lori, you'd be drunk if you sat behind her. And that's why I put the camera and I walk away. And it's like for you, I'm like, walk away. So we do that.
It's important. Do you travel during your vacations? You never answered that. You put it up there and then
that's
didn't.
Right. Do you travel during your vacation or do you take time off? No, I'll every time we go anywhere, I'm always working. I'm like, what can I do to help people? It's actually kind of addiction now. Like I'm like, oh, we're gonna go here. I'm like, well,
never annoys me ever.
I have a work meeting. Like we went up to Green Bay for the football game. I'm like,
to watch our friend play football.
I'm like, we could make a video too.
So Mark made videos.
Yeah, so we made the ducks.
During the game.
And then I'm like, hey babe, I got 5 things you can eat at Lambeau Field.
One of them right now is on my Instagram at Jocelyn Walters World, and you can see us filming.
Yes.
That's what we do. Yes, the 3 of us.
Made a Christmas video.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Prosciutto. I'm so hungry tonight. I had a really big workout today.
Let's see. Massive legend. Thank you very much. All right.
Bless your heart doesn't mean you crazy.
Yeah, bless your heart can mean you're crazy, but also be like, oh, that's really sweet of you. So there's all kinds of stuff.
It can also mean, God, you're a dumbass.
I mean, not for
go to hell.
Not for you. I like
Maddie. Might mean go to hell.
Let's see. Ooh, Liz pointed out that. Wait, where'd he go?
Mark Walters.
I first laid eyes on Derek at Kelly School of Business.
Swoon.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how it went. Yes.
Sweet. Actually, we know the story of their meeting. It's very sweet.
Sorry. I'm
God, thanks, Jewish Hat. Just make my husband's head big.
And I'll leave it from there. Anyway, because we're a family-friendly show.
Drink. Shut up, Mark.
Yes. So, Laura, do you have any international trips planned aside from Ireland? Actually, I have one that's already booked for France. And we're probably going to go to the Caribbean with the kids. And then
Caribbean or Caribbean?
Well, when it's the Pirates of the Caribbean, it's one thing. But I'm going to the Caribbean, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean. Let us know. Is it Pirates of the Caribbean or I'm going to the Caribbean? So anyway, Laura, we actually have quite a few international trips that are set up. But we haven't we gotta buy the tickets, get everything set up. But we do have a bunch this summer since we've been gone. We haven't seen our friends for a long time. We're doing a big visit our friends in Europe trip this summer.
Y'all,
it's insane. It's insane.
But that's what happens when you live abroad for a long time. That is really noisy. When you live abroad for a long time, and then you have family and friends everywhere, and then you're like, oh, crap, I gotta go see everybody. And
I gotta see Albie. I haven't seen Albie for a long time.
Nando and Eleanor are getting married.
And Nando are getting married.
Yeah.
Well, it's their third try because they tried in 2020. They tried in 2021. And now it's 2022.
And we're gonna do it. And Mark's in the wedding.
I gotta learn Italian.
TC.
Again.
I'm going to Savannah and Charleston at the end of December, New Year's. Any tips for winter there? Actually, December, early January is kind of my favorite in that area. You need maybe a couple layers, like what Mark has on for him. That's enough. I might have to have something a little bit heavier.
I do have some extra layers underneath.
Yes. One of my favorite restaurants of all time anywhere in the world is Charleston Grill.
It was really good.
It is.
It's really good.
It is not inexpensive, but it is worth every stinking penny because it's like that meal that you will remember the rest of your life. So winter wise there, actually, you're going to be in a really good place because weather's good. Not as many tourists necessarily as other times. So I think it's great. Yeah.
Yes. We did talk about Geta quite a bit. We had it in Cleveland. You got it for breakfast. It was pretty good. For those who know, it's like a variation of a sausage patty-ish, But
The
it's really
dog is
good.
literally drooling. Sweet Lord, here, have some.
It's like me when I look at you.
Have some dried copa. No, our dog is.
That's right, Betty. Johnson is the goat. That's right.
Thanks, Betty.
I know we're like 2 hours ago on this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Roger shot. Hey, Walter's family. Any plans for the historic downtown Tuscola? I've been to that Casey's, and across from that Casey's was an IGA where a brother killed his brother.
No, stop.
And a crazy. Yeah, we've been there. We've been there.
You know what is actually really wonderful in historic downtown?
The very
Tuscola?
first Monaco's Pizza.
I was talking about the two Greek women that owned the Flesser's Candy Shop.
Oh, that's right.
So Flesser's Candy Shop is amazing, and if anybody's in East Central Illinois, that's where you should go. Ooh, a modest beet farmer. I love beets.
Yeah, beets are good. You ever get that
until you pee red.
Yeah, and you don't know that you pee
and then you
red.
think you're having a damn.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm dying. So Michael's heading to Cancun on Saturday. I've only traveled domestically within Canada. My first international trip. Cancun is made for first international trip. You really got all kinds of stuff there. Our Cancun videos will help you a lot. Any thoughts on Mexico and lack of testing needed for entry? No, not really. Have your mask, you'll be fine.
I have thoughts. About like social distancing and wash your damn hands a lot and like don't breathe near other people. I mean, if there's a lack of testing, then I would just be extra vigilant in my own space. That would be me. But you know what? You do you.
Yeah, but I mean, aside from the whole COVID stuff, Cancun is actually an easy place for Americans and Canadians to go for vacation because it really is set up to like.
And actually, we've had quite a few friends go throughout all of this, like literally in the last 18, 20 months. And they said it's actually, despite there is little testing, people are actually being really careful within the resorts and things like that.
Oh, so, yeah, they're like, yeah, no, because they don't want to think, because they want to be known as the resort that had it. So they're like.
Yeah, so I the country may not be implementing stuff, but
you still have to test to come back to the U.S. Yeah. So I don't know if Canada. I don't know what Canada's rules, but you're gonna have to test.
You're not getting
but the hotels are helpful with that to help you find a place to do it. So, John, thank you very much for the super chat.
Yes, we've been to Asheville.
Yes, we have been to Asheville. There's someone else who's talking about that many times. Bavaria has had a big spike in the Rona. Y'all think it's too risky to go to Munich to visit friends or the family? Look, if you make the right choices like you do, like, wear your mask, wash your hands, have your hands sanitized, if you have your vaccine, it's like, I mean, you go to Walmart, you can get it. So I would still go. Like right now, my mom and I have a trip to France. We have a trip with the family in Ireland. My parents and I are looking to go into Germany as well. And you know what? You can't stay at home forever. So, This one?
Yes. Jim says, where is a good place to go the week before Thanksgiving? Driving from Indy, never been to New Orleans. Is that a good time to go visit the Big Easy? Actually, yeah, I think that's a great time. You're there at a fairly calm weather time and also not tons of tourists before Thanksgiving.
And if anybody's actually looking for flights right now, the week before, you can still get like $300 flights to places. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, there's some really cheap ones out right now. But I love New Orleans. We're big fans. And it's not a bad drive from Indy, actually. It's pretty straightforward. You can make some cool stops. Like we stopped in Tuscaloosa. By the way, as much as I am a Georgia Bulldogs fan, number one in the nation, Tuscaloosa is a really beautiful campus, and we had some really good barbecue there. I mean, we bopped around.
The campus is gorgeous.
It really is incredibly beautiful. They did well with their architecture, and I am an architecture snob, so
Oh, she is.
Yes.
She has this.
Are you architecture now?
Well, I am a monument.
Oh, you are a monument to my
love. Oh, you got me beat. She's learning, folks. She's learning.
La la la. Grace McKenzie, I am going to Paris for Christmas in a month. Any tips? Somebody else said that they were going about that time earlier. And in case you missed it, take some water resistant shoes. and dress in many layers because dang, it is wet. And
It's
even
not.
if it's not raining,
It's not necessarily snowy, but it's wet.
right? And even if it's not actively raining, it's like so humid and it's chilly. Like think like 40 to 45 ish during the day, and like just wet air. It's that kind of thing that gets in your bones.
Oh, and I remember. I mean, I've been to Paris pretty much every month out of the year, and man, when it's wet and cold, oh god, it's horrible. I remember I was there with Magnus for New Year's one year, and we were just like, oh, it's miserable. But
I'm just gonna put this up here.
Yeah,
Betty,
if you're gonna travel, so
don't be an asshole.
So tomorrow I'm putting out a short on the Walter's World Shorts. Please go subscribe to the Walter's World Shorts channel because it's got like behind the scenes stuff. It's gonna be like little tips, like things I can't put like it's not a 10-minute video, it's a 1-minute video.
Like don't be the flight attendant.
Yeah,
because
and so
guess what? They're there for your damn safety.
Exactly. So
they're there to keep you alive in the event of an emergency. Treat them with respect because oh my god, when I see people who are it makes my blood boil. It's really hard for me not to want to be rude customers on a plane. Those people are there.
Like they'll sacrifice their life for you.
That's their damn job is to keep you safe. And if they ask you to wear, we all have to wear our masks on planes right now. You know it before you get on the damn plane. So put the freaking thing on and don't bitch about it. It's just the rules.
I'm trying to do like a travel short every day, and tomorrow's travel short is wear your mask because you have to wear it. It doesn't. If you're like, I don't. It doesn't matter. Like that's the rules.
Nobody loves wearing masks.
No, it sucks, but
we
you
have
gotta
to
wear
do it. I mean, it's keeping people safe, and even if you don't believe it is, it's the rules. Just once in a while, follow them.
Mm-hmm. So at those Cullen, I was supposed to go to Miami on a Norwegian cruise for a romantic getaway. Instead of going to Puerto Rico because married people are really boring. Hey, you know what? Puerto Rico is cool. She loved it.
I loved Puerto Rico, and get out and see some of the further afield things. Don't just stay in the cities. Get out and see some of those little fishing villages and stuff. It's really lovely.
Saranjit 12. Which place do you recommend for a Canadian going to the U.S.? As for me, best place to visit: New Orleans, Savannah, Georgia, New York City. I actually like LA. Not everyone likes LA. LA is an acquired taste. Like my first 3 days there, I hated it, and then after I was there for 8 days, I'm like, I like this place.
Well, you also spent time
with locals. If you meet locals there, locals in Los Angeles are actually really cool. But I actually like San Diego better. San Diego's really nice. Santa Fe, New Mexico is really cool. Boston's nice. Mm-hmm. Charleston, South Carolina. So you got there's some really good places to visit when you are there. Oh, our buddies, Costa Rica. When you are
Harry and Jim.
Have you traveled to the Trans-Canadian Railway across Canada? It's a great trip. We did it 8 years. Wow, nice.
No.
So we did look at it because I wanted to go to Regina. That always cracks me up.
My aunt's from there.
I know. That's why it cracks me up.
That is not why it cracks you up. You just said.
So for those who don't know, you can actually take the Trans-Canadian. It's like the Trans-Siberian Highway. It's a huge country. You go across. But what's cool is they actually stop for you can stop for like half a day in a city, and you can stop be on the same train and spend like 4 or 5 hours in a town, see some sights, get back on and go. It is really kind of cool. We have not done that across Canada. We actually did look into it, but we did not do it. So
okay. So this is something that a lot of people have asked, not particularly to the UK, but just in general. Sonia says, do you think the UK will be open for unvaccinated travel? No, I don't. I'm going to tell you that I really believe that for adults, generally speaking, you're going to be hard pressed to find anywhere in the world that will allow you to come in unvaccinated. It's just the way the governments are all kind of going right now. For kids, it's a little different, particularly kids under 11, because of the vaccines and what's good and what's not. And I don't know all the ins and outs, but that's that.
So Sam says, I'm kind of scared for those peeps on U.S. flights. It's not that bad.
They only show the bad ones. We've been on 12, 15 flights now in the last.
I've been on I've been on 38 flights in the U.S. this year.
Okay, so that's
And you've been on
about
20.
like over. Yeah, it's over 50 between the two of us.
Yeah.
Praise
Never once.
God,
We
I
had
have
no
not
problems
seen
or
a
nothing.
thing yet.
Wear your
There's
mask, you're
been
fine.
No mess.
Well, when we went to Las Vegas, some people were kind of like jerks about stuff, but they were still wearing their masks about it, you know?
Yeah, they bitched about it, but here's what's happening is there's how many flights take off every day? Thousands, right? And there's one or two, maybe not even every day that hit, and it gets blown up in the media, et cetera, et cetera. So when you think about it, it's really a pretty small percentage where people are being imbeciles. It's just that, such is the world today that we like to show everybody shows their asses and then we all show it for them too.
Exactly.
Hey, Nathan. G'day.
Yes. So
That's how
our
Mark
buddy
won me
Eric. So
over.
Eric B, again, go check out his channel. Go
This is
subscribe.
good.
Boston's cool, but just don't drive there. And if you ever rent a car there, do not rent it from Logan Airport. It's faster to go into Boston. Rent it from in the city because my God,
and then drive out.
And then drive out because it is the worst.
So crazy.
God, it is so horrible.
Okay. This is one of my favorite questions when people ask it.
Rwanda.
Okay.
Beat ya.
Okay. Raiden says, what are the most underrated countries you guys have been to? So
Rwanda.
A lot of underrated countries, but my favorites are Rwanda and Nicaragua.
Did I say Rwanda? Because I could have sworn I said Rwanda.
Okay, so people don't think to go to Rwanda, nor do they think to go to Nicaragua, and both are beautiful and amazing countries with great people, and they're both places that like captured a serious piece of my heart.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Derek, fun fact about San Diego, but seal staying very small.
Yeah. Why'd you get up close to a seal, Derek?
And here's the thing, no, because if you go to La Jolla,
going in for a kissy kiss.
Yeah, you don't want to with the seals.
I'm gonna bite your face.
So if you go to San Diego is fantastic. I love San Diego. It is my favorite place in California. I would move there like that. It is amazing. But the seals in La Jolla, people go up to them. You have to realize the seals are wild animals. You
really?
can get hurt.
Is that what they are when they're living in the ocean?
You think, but people forget that. They're like, I want to get a selfie with a seal.
And look, I'm gonna do it right now. Bark for me, baby.
That's why I was a seal and you were the person.
Yeah, anyway. He called me sassy cow last week.
That was chocolate milk, and you called me a spotted cow or a spotted dick, whatever. Anyway, but. Can you say we're really pouring the whiskey hard tonight, or the bourbon? Because it's Kentucky bourbon. Oh, so Don'ts to the Bourbon Trail is going to be coming. My buddy Whiskey Tornado, Lance, check him out.
Okay, Mike says, hey, Walter's family, next weekend my sisters and I are looking to fly standby either to Toronto or Montreal. Which do you think? I would go to Toronto over Montreal, and maybe that's because I had this little moment in Montreal when, first I had to explain to our children what pot was, which is fine, but it reeked everywhere we went, and then on top of it, I had to explain prostitutes to Caleb because that was the first time we had to explain what prostitutes were, and maybe that's what colored my, as far as like a city, I guess it was fine, but it was just those two things like back to back with little kids colored my
and as a traveler, I would say
Toronto's a cool city.
Both of them have cool stuff
Great
to see.
Museums.
But Toronto, as a tourist, Toronto and Quebec City are the two best cities to visit when you do go to Canada.
Quebec City is one of the best in North America.
In North America, in the world, it's a fantastic city.
Go to Quebec.
Go to Quebec. Well, that's Montreal's in Quebec. But I would say Toronto, Quebec are number 1 and 2. And then you go down and then you got Vancouver and Montreal. And it is a step down going to those. I'm just going to say it right now. I've been to all of them. And yeah, Toronto's 1 and Quebec City's 2. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, Jay says, I got introduced to your channel by Mr. H. Whoever Mr. H is. Thank you, Mr. H. And friends, and I had to check out your channel out. I loved it immediately and had to subscribe. Thanks, Jay. We appreciate it. Thank you, Sean, for the congratulations. You got to tap on that.
Well, Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh, have you ever been Snoopy Forever? Have you ever been to Duluth, Minnesota?
Well, Snoopy, for those of you who don't know, Charles Schultz was in Minnesota. If you fly through Minneapolis, you'll see Snoopy in the airport.
I spent a lot of summers of my childhood just north of Duluth, in between.
We actually
Knife
have
River
a video
and Two
on what to
Harbors.
see and do in Duluth, Michigan.
Minnesota.
Sorry, it's the alcohol. It's a lot.
It wasn't full when we started, y'all. Neither of
Neither of these were full when we started. Go on.
Just shoot my husband tonight.
That's right. That's why my students don't watch me, because they're like
Shut
too
up,
cool to
Mark.
talk to me. Oh,
shut up, Mark. Okay. No, you were not supposed to drink. They were supposed to drink.
I thought it was everyone had to drink.
Oh Lord, not you.
So Double D. So one of my dad's best friends was Double D, Daryl Deering, who runs a popcorn company. What are your thoughts on Vancouver? Great channel, congrats. Thank you very much. So Vancouver, I've been. She hasn't been. Best seafood. No, not best food. Best sushi in North America, hands down. Period. End of story. Done. You can eat really well there. Not a lot of architecture. Not a lot of nice stuff to see. There's some problems there. Whale watching is cool. If you got to choose between Vancouver and Seattle, I choose Seattle every time. That's what I would do. But Vancouver could be a good time if you want to go outside of Vancouver, do some hikes. There's some incredible hikes when you're there. Don't go to Vancouver to expect to see snow, because you will not, because it doesn't snow in Vancouver. It snows outside of Vancouver.
Terry says,
so you have that. So yeah.
Lane just happens to be in Prior Lake, Minnesota, as we speak.
Oh, of course he is,
Very
because
cool.
that's how Blaine rolls.
Darling, we should have met up when we were over there in Bluffton, in Beaufort. Mr. H and Friends is an Englishman who is in love with American filming from England.
Oh, well, I'm going to be, well, hopefully I'll be in England in February. I don't know yet, because it's one of those things, depends on what's available and what we can do.
Stuart, bless your heart for being with us at this time of night.
Dude, cheers, brother. To Stuart. He's a true steward of us all. My dog is like, give me love.
I don't
Greg, what do you want?
Shut up, Mark. I don't let my husband pick hotels anymore. He booked us a hotel in the red light district of Vancouver, Canada.
What? No, I did not.
Mashe's husband did.
Oh, I was going to say I didn't.
It's okay. When the really first time that I had to explain pot to Caleb was when we went to Amsterdam. But I mean, he was 3, so there was no.
Well, he did ask why the girls in their underwear.
Yeah, I just told them they forgot to shut the blinds, because we were just traipsing around and like we got into the edge of the red light district, and women are in their lingerie and the windows are open, lights are on, and he's like, "Why are those ladies in their underwear?" And I was like, "Well, they just forgot to shut the blinds. No big deal." And we just went on because he was 3. But when a kid at 10 or 12 asks, "Oh, hey, St. Petersburg, I really love St. Petersburg." That's a big thing to explain to your kid, Anyway, that's part of what happens when you have children and you travel around the world, because you have to explain a lot of things that are
and the thing is, they start to
good, bad, and ugly.
No, and it makes you, as a parent, you have to talk about it. Whereas a lot of places, you can throw it to the side and not talk about it, and and it's not always anybody that's a parent knows it's not always being a parent, but having to talk about things forces you as a parent to, like, look, prostitution, drugs, alcohol, politics, all kinds of stuff. Like, we have these conversations with our children.
And poverty and
clean
access to clean water. I mean, our kids have been exposed to things that run the gamut of good. Like, we see people who are doing really great things
and then
in the world.
We see kids who are using burnt matchsticks as toys, and you're like, guys, this is their life. And
what can we do to make it better?
Yeah.
Not just like giving a kid a toy is great and wonderful. And our children often give toys to kids. As we travel, we take little small toys in their backpacks and stuff, and they'll donate them, or soccer balls, or things like that. But like, what can we do in our everyday life to impact others? And part of that is Walter's World. I mean, we're educating all of you, to travel better. And I hope that you see us and what we do, and like continue that on and make a difference for people, because when we travel, oh my God, you're really distracting me.
You talk. I'm just talking.
When we travel, we are employing people. There are people cleaning your rooms. There are people renting the hotels. There are, the people that are renting the Airbnbs or cleaning the Airbnbs, or the people that wash your clothes, or whatever. You're employing people. So when we travel, we are giving back to people in a very normal way. But there's, you can make a bigger impact if you just open your eyes and pay attention.
Exactly. So see what
I know Ashland.
So yes, we drop at Ashland all the time.
Yes,
Actually, if you leave in Ashland, your kids might go to school with my nieces and nephew. So there is that. Yeah,
I think that we played them when I went to school in Jacksonville.
Are you Prairie Plain, or was it Pleasant Plains? Pleasant Plains?
Ashland Alexander.
Oh, that's on the other side. That's too far. Okay,
I went to school in Jacksonville for a minute in junior high and first year of high school at Route. Yes, there you go.
So Alex, Mark, I asked if you guys should wait out COVID to visit Nashville. He said yes. Is Nashville going to go? Yeah, you're fine to go there now. So my Don'ts of Nashville video I actually filmed in August this year with everything going on. You wouldn't think there was COVID when you went there. Sorry.
It's okay.
Hunky?
Yep. Hunky Reggae Party, like that name. 4 Roses here. My mother-in-law coming from France in January. Praying conditions don't change. Cups up. Congratulations and cheers. Cheers to you. I hope you enjoy having your mother-in-law around, because there's... Did you just cheers me, not milk me in the obvious? Thank you.
Well, to mother-in-laws.
Yes, to mother-in-laws. Mothers-in-law.
Mothers-in-law! Mothers-in-law! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Holy crap, y'all. Shut up, Mark.
Bring.
Oh, Jim, are you the one that's always typing? Because I can't decide, because you always say Harriet.
Here's
Jim. So I always
planning to go to Heidelberg next March. Will they accept your Vax card on phone or the card itself for a trip?
Have both.
Have both. Take a picture, have it there, scan it up. So what we've seen is there's actually a way you can actually get some of the vaccination apps before you go. So you can upload your US vaccination card to their programs to make it work. Just so it's easier. But a lot of times, sometimes what you do is you go to the local pharmacy and then you show them your actual vaccination card. A picture won't count. So take it with you and have a picture of it. So it's digital, in the case they go, oh, we need a digital copy. You already have it taken, so you can just share it with this. What I've seen is you take a picture and a screen cap, because you can find it easier on your screen cap than your pictures, because you take all these pictures. It's harder to find. So I would do that.
Yeah. And thank you for the super chat. And I'm so glad that you guys are always with me. And I love all your comments on my Simply Jocelyn videos with me and Sandra making our drinks.
Oh, yeah! Gino! So those of you that ever wonder, when I talk about my Brazilian father and I get tears in my goddamn eyes, it's because of this guy right here.
We love you, Giro.
Giro Mafia. I can't say enough. So his son lived with my family in the U.S. and they came and visited. And I was there when they were there, and we got to spend time together and learning that Berta, his wife, only liked the phone when she was there. I'm fucking gonna cry. But his wife, Berta, the most wonderful woman ever. And so when we went, I lived in South America. I visited when I was there, and he's like, "No, you must come and stay with my family for at least 6 months, because my son stayed with your family for 6 months." So I was in my late 20s,
huh?
And after living in Lithuania and being cold, his son Luciano was like, "Dude, why the hell do you live in that place? Come stay with us in Brazil." I'm like, you know what? Why not? I was a little drunk at the time. Sure. So Luciano, his son, taught me. I came up from the gym. The gym had a bar, and it was snow outside. I'm like, I don't go outside. So I got hammered, and I'm on ICQ. Hey, for those old people in the chat, remember ICQ? And I was like, you should come stay with us. I'm like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna go. So I go and I stay with them, and Giro and Berta were the most wonderful people ever. Anyone says they're nice, they have nothing on Giro and Berta. And
We
so
love you.
we love you.
Jiro, we love
We
you.
love you, and we love
appreciate
Berta,
you and your
everything.
just
So anyway, so I went and lived with
The
them for a
best.
year. She taught me Portuguese, so that's why sometimes my Portuguese has a little bit of a Minas accent, and so like we went in 2016 with the boys, took them there. We went in 2018 because Luciano got married, his son got married, and so that and his wife Berta recently passed away, and she was the most wonderful woman ever,
why don't you get a
and
Kleenex, baby?
she's fantastic. And they actually named a street after her in where they live in Brazil. Wonderful person. Anyway,
Why don't you go clean yourself up?
I'm
honey?
fine.
No, you're really not.
So Jiro and I, Jiro taught me about patience because Jiro
you did
would totally screw with me
Okay.
because he'd like give me like a purple nurple in the elevator and he'd poke me and just mess with me all the time. He'd come to dinner and it's like his whitey tie. He's like, "What's up, Mark?" I'm like,
Stop.
and he was like,
Jiro doesn't want you to share with
but
everyone.
he taught me patience and understanding, and that's why he's the freaking awesomest guy ever.
Oh, they are the bestest of the best.
They're the best of
Muito
the best.
beijos.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah. So Betty says, "My Scotch, your bourbon, cheers. Love you too."
My Kawita was in Jacksonville for a work trip. Oh, what in the heck for?
What was that for? Are you a cocktail waitress and you're for the biggest cocktail party?
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't even know. I think that he means Jacksonville, Illinois, Sugar Pop.
I was thinking Jacksonville, Florida. Sorry.
That would be for cocktails, not Jacksonville, Illinois. It's like not much there. Mothers-in-law like attorneys general. Thank you, Derek, because my husband speaks a lot of languages, but sometimes he has trouble with the English.
What?
Nothing, darling.
But Derek loves me more.
Shout out from Sweden. Man, it's been a minute since we've been to Sweden. That's too bad. But our really good friend who's Swedish moved to South Africa for love. I'm so glad.
Oh, wait. Jim. Oh, keep me that one.
Okay, well.
Everyone, please remember to like. Oh, yeah. Please do press the like button. Hey, and also, if you've noticed down here, it keeps saying, don't forget to subscribe to our new Walter's World Shorts page. Please do. Because I want to put that out there because we do all these like 20-minute videos, 10-minute videos on Walter's World. And sometimes it's like, hey, here's a little tip. And we're trying to do that because it didn't really work on our channel. So I thought we'd do a new channel for just short little things. That's why it's Walter's World Shorts. So do please subscribe.
Jim says, my bar cart has Woodford, Colonel Taylor, and Blanton's. I would partake, but got to work early tomorrow. That's just fine. You partake after work.
We all got problems. Damn
right.
it.
Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Definitely do, right? Oh my God. Are we going back to 2019? Oh my 2020. Yeah, Dude Dudley Draw but he was there before that too. But yeah. Someone asked how many languages I speak. I would feel comfortable teaching in English, Spanish, Portuguese, and German. A little practice, obviously, to warm it up, but that'd be fine. Then, like good tourists, French and Italian, and then to get drunk with you, Lithuanian, throw that in too. So you have a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, hit the road, Jack. Gotta hit the road.
Yeah,
right there.
Thank you.
Let's hit the road, Jack. It's been a while, my friend. I mean, like 2 weeks, but it's good to see from you again, my friend.
Aramis Talks. Started watching back in freshman year of middle school and now a few semesters in college. Love your vids. Love your vids. Love the vibes. Thank you very much. That's kind of y'all.
You rock, man.
Eddie said, oh, nope, that was not what I meant to click, but
yes,
don't know what you're talking about.
Channel, definitely not a bargain for the US dollar anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but Hit the Road Jack says, congrats. Thank you. We are very happy. Terry wrote something.
Terry Finley. The amazing.
How do you keep up with all those channels?
Escaping the Empty Nest.
This way he doesn't have a lot of hairs left.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired. So for those who don't know, here's our channels. There's Walter's World you're watching now. And then you can go to Simply Jocelyn's channel, which covers drinks, and that's where you put all.
It
that's
was
where
meant
you
to
our
cover
food
architecture and some cultural things too. But you know what? We haven't really been to a lot of places. I guess I could have done some of that in Savannah. I probably really should, because there's a hot minute's worth of filming on that. But anywho, okay, so there's two, and then there's Professor Walters, because Mark's a smarty pants. If y'all didn't know that, Professor Walters has YouTube info, all sorts of good stuff for marketing,
business entrepreneurs,
etc. And then there's Walter's World Shorts, which we just started. Then there's destination locations. So if you don't want to like have a whole lot of chit chat and you just want to see some stuff, that's what that channel is all about. It's just like B-roll, the background stuff that we film for all our stuff. And then Liam, sweet little Liam, has his own little channel, right?
And we talk about he likes food rankings and candy rankings. So
he's really obsessed with Bless Your Rank.
So he wanted to do it.
Own.
And if any of you are parents and your kids are getting older, you know it's hard to find a time to really
thing to do with them.
And so Liam wants to do these ranking videos. So something him and I can do together. So we did like apple treats, pumpkin treats, Halloween candies, Christmas candy is going to come out on like the 5th of December, 4th of December. So there's these things. So like, hey, if something we can do together, I want to do it. So we have that. Yeah. So there's a lot of channels out there.
Dudley Do Right. Yes, all of those are on YouTube.
So it really is. If you look at Walter's World Shorts, it's there. Or if you go into the more information, it'll pop up. Go click on it and subscribe, and then go to it. You'll be fine.
Okay. Austin, Texas James says, "Congrats on 800K. Texas barbecue on us next time y'all are in Austin."
Boom!
Let me tell you,
I need some more brisket.
God, the brisket in Texas, y'all. So good. Please don't take your clothes off on.
Wow! Don't take. You heard it, folks. She said, "Don't take my clothes off."
Yes, Hydrox cookies. So we are still looking. I had found them on YouTube or on Amazon, and they were like $35, but I could only buy like a big old huge pack. It was like $35 for like, I don't know, more freaking Hydrox cookies than you could eat in your whole life. And so
that's what you say. I think we could have taken care of it.
Eddie, thank you. He says you guys make travel fun, and we want to travel so much more. So that's what we all, dear, don't we all?
Steven says, "Hey, we got brisket in North Carolina too." You do, and you have good barbecue in North Carolina. Actually, Jocelyn has an Eats of North Carolina video that I've been working on, but I don't have all the pictures and videos for all the stuff we talk about. So that's why it's taking me a little bit. No, the North Carolina. I did get it. I do it. There is a What to Eat North Carolina. We actually had that video out. It's South Carolina. We don't have all the food for. Because, South Carolina ain't nothing compared to North Carolina, as anybody knows from Georgia or North Carolina. South Carolina ain't got crap. But anyway. Oh, Athos just had brisket.
Just said that.
I'm just saying. I mean, South Carolina is a wonderful place. Wonderful place.
Jim says, like the food stuff, Jocelyn, but I must say, gotta get your geta in Cincy, not Cleveland.
True.
I don't know. It was really good in Cleveland. I was really happy with it. If it's better in Cincinnati, we'll all just have to do that.
So Techie K, hello from Paris. Oh,
thank you.
Hashtag jealous. And Gresham started a 1-year sabbatical soon and planning Brazil, Tahiti, Mexico City, Morocco. Any tips for 3 or 5 years?
Wow, that's a big span right there.
Dude, that's a great sabbatical too. So looking at those, Brazil as a country, and I would put Brazil's got so much to see into. You're probably going to fly to Rio or Sao Paulo.
Go to Ouro
Preto.
Favorite.
Go to Bahia. Go to the northeast of Brazil.
Minas has the best food.
Minas does have the best food. There's
super good food.
You will have that. That's the thing there. When you're flying out, because I'm going to guess if you're doing the around the world thing. So I don't know if you're coming from Europe or wherever. I would actually go to do the Morocco first. Marrakesh, Casablanca ain't worth anything. Don't worry about your time there. Go to Marrakesh, do the Sahara, see that. You can go up to the north and see Fez, and you can see Chenonceau. Not Chenonceau. What's the Blues? That's in France. The Blue City. You can see that. Then you go from Casablanca. You fly out of Casablanca. Casablanca's got the Hassan II Mosque, which is great to see. You have that.
Really cool mosque.
Then you're going to fly out from there, if you go down, then go down to Brazil, do your Brazil stuff. Like we said, the northeast of Brazil, Bahia, Rio, Minas Gerais, fly out from there. And if you're going to Tahiti, you probably have to go to probably Chile to fly out. You can see some stuff in Chile and fly out from there.
I don't know. You might be able to fly to Sao Paulo.
I mean, Tahiti is cool, but I mean, as a tourist, it's really a relaxing place. So you can relax for a while there, but there's not a ton of stuff to do and see. So it's more of a relaxing place. But the thing is, if you're going there, are you going to come back from there? Because what I would do is I would go from there, and then I would go to like something in Southeast Asia and stuff. But make sure you're like have your vaccination stuff with you. Like have the original. That's
going to be the funky bit.
Yeah, you're going to have to get tested before you're going everywhere, and just have it. Even if they say you don't need a test before you come, test before you go in case you get there. So is that. Oh my God,
Kathy is not only so. This woman who has been
amazing woman. Kathy Ely is more than a woman. She is a amazing person.
She has been a part of our lives since our children were 3. Since Kayla was 3, 12 years, and she has been a wonder for our family. And she is also shares my birthday, and she is in freaking town.
Well, you need to get her
and she's
butt
watching.
Over here.
Yes.
We love you,
so
Kathy.
We're gonna meet up, so I'm free. I will. Yeah. I'm gonna start texting you.
So, caveman, you look fantastic for a caveman. I would know. You feel comfortable with European travel over Thanksgiving? Yes, I do. I'm not worried about European travel at all for myself, my family and stuff. I'm not worried about it at all. We're doing a bunch of stuff now. We're actually booking a bunch of stuff, so there is that. Hey, the Road Shack. Great to see you too. Good to see you as well. Let's see. I'm trying to beijos. Beijo de Felipe, Yanina. Obrigado. We love translating your videos. Oh, Yanina. Oh, Yanina. So for those who don't know, we started actually translating our videos into Spanish and Portuguese. So like the subtitle stuff. So Yanina and Felipe were actually they reached out to me. It's like, hey, look, we can translate. We can give you Spanish and Portuguese subtitles if you'd like. I'm like, hell yeah. So we started working with them, I don't know, a month ago? And so I started with like our top 30 videos, and now we're working into our like newest top 30 videos, like in the last. So we're gonna have a bunch of stuff. So if you speak Spanish or Portuguese, you can click on that little button. We're gonna go there. So we got a lot of stuff coming.
Habla español. Clique.
Yeah, you just click down. If you see, there's like that little turny widget button. You click that, there'll be a
thing. Português or espanhol.
Clique o widget e vai funcionar que pode mudar de inglês para português, espanhol ou alemão, que você quer.
Okay.
É fácil.
En español.
Tú puedes colocar ese símbolo de, no sé cómo se, y widget, y allá. Clique y dice que, quieres estar todo en español, pero si usaron en español estaría.
This is amazing. I totally understood what he said.
No, you didn't.
Can't say it.
You did, but you did.
I understand it.
All right. So Blaine left us a long time ago. Dudley, do right. So Walter's World Shorts, what platform? It is on YouTube.
Dude, I answered that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, but it's hard to find. You can put Walter's World Shorts in. It will show up. You got to search more. And then you'll see my face with a little S next to it, and that's the shorts thing. But if you go down below and click on the more information, you can go there. Just go there, go and subscribe, and then come back to visit us.
Y'all, he is so effervescent.
Just like Texas BBQ. Always good.
Okay, we've been...
No, I didn't say anything about Texas
Bless
barbecue.
your heart. You're so pretty.
Yes, I am. I'm like a round.
Y'all know what that means?
It means I'm a douchebag.
That's not what it means. Somebody says, you're so pretty. Shut your mouth.
Are you saying I'm not pretty?
Risotto eater. I love risotto. Thank you for the super chat. What is the best place to get Mexican food in Dallas going in January? Hey, I'm going to ask the Finleys to look for Mark Finley or Terry Finley.
Escaping the Emptiness.
Yes, but they're on their personal channels right now today in the live feed. I'm going to ask them to tell you that specific thing. We went to a good place in Fort Worth, but
Yeah, and they actually just did a video on it. It's like a
Yes.
fantastic steak restaurant that has Mexican food
and
with
actually,
it.
I prefer Fort Worth to Dallas.
Oh hell yeah! Fort
Dallas
Worth
is
is
business,
way
Fort Worth
better
is
than
culture.
Dallas.
Yeah.
And even I think people from Dallas would say that. As Terry said, we need a cookout in Texas. Well, there's the restaurant, but
That's what she
yes.
means. Yeah.
Oh, TGK says hi, Jocelyn.
Hey, Talia, how are you? Dang, I have all sorts of
Yes.
stuff I have to send you. I got to do that this week. I'm gonna do that.
So, and Derek,
tomorrow.
yes, Chef Shoen is the Blue City in Morocco. Thanks,
What
buddy.
is it called?
Chef Shoen.
Okay.
Oh!
Don't forget to send it to Talia tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. So, Talia, if you're the Talia that bought stuff, I'm sorry you're afraid to get the stuff. We had to switch. There's big issues, but anyway. So Derek says, "Are you and Liam going to attack the Great Chicken Sandwich Wars?" Yes, we will, and that's Liam's thing because I always say, "Liam, you want to do something?" He's like, "Yes, I do." And but right now, Liam and I are about to tackle the Lego Advent Calendar Wars. Avengers, Star Wars, Lego City. We did not do the Lego Harry Potter though, because we felt that wasn't his thing. So we got that.
Okay.
Oh, Matt, love. I love watching videos about Poland. Hey, I love going to Poland. I was so happy. Our neighbor across the street where we moved to, he's actually from Poland, but I feel bad. Like, be like, I love Poland. And can we talk about Poland?
Mark's kind of a little obsessed, and I was a little embarrassed the first night that we.
That's why I didn't talk, and I haven't talked to him
because
for
you were
a
like
while.
Poland, and I was like, dude, chill, just bring it back a notch. Because shut up, Mark. Cheers.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I am a horrible
Honey,
person.
we need to get the kids to bed soon.
Well, yeah, they'll be fine. Well, then you
There
put
is
them
no
to
way
bed.
I'm gonna go do
You want
that.
to put them in bed, or I'll talk, and you want to do?
No, I will.
We will figure it out. Don't worry.
Hey, I want to be from Tahiti.
Yeah, I wish I was.
I'm not from anywhere. That would be really. I'm from like all over. I would love to be say, oh, I'm from Tahiti. I'm kind of super coolest. A little jealous there. Okay, I'm gonna go take care of the children,
Right.
y'all. I was not talking. Don't lick my freaking head.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, let me kiss you again.
Okay, so I'm just gonna hide. Oh my god!
See, I'm totally fine with that. You're not.
Yeah, but
because I'm okay.
I bit you
with the love.
I didn't bit you. I didn't slime you. Y'all, I'm gonna leave now.
But
Thank
she'll
you
be back.
For your kindness, and I'm gonna go put the children to bed. Well, one of them, the other one will never go to bed because he's 15 and stubborn.
And he knows everything. And we're stupid.
We are stupid. We are stupid.
As
and
all
parents were stupid too.
That's right. When we were 15, our parents knew nothing, and now it's just coming back to us.
There is no handbook, y'all. You just love them.
That's right. You love them and do the best you can.
That's it.
And they are their own people. Go.
And you pray a lot. I love you. See y'all.
Good luck. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't see anything now. Well, hello. Now that she's gone, we can really focus on what's important. Because I haven't even talked about winter travel yet. So we're going to get into winter travel. For those who are popping up late, excuse me. We got all kinds of stuff. All right. Let's see. You're welcome, caveman. Oh, so Terry Philly, I watched the Great British Bake Off. I've learned more about biscuits, yes, which are cookies in the U.S. So Caleb and I made Day of the Dead bread for extra credit for a Spanish class the other day. And I still remember because when I was in high school, we had extra credit for making Day of the Dead bread. So my mom would make it for me. And so I'm like, well, my mom made it for me, so I got to help him, So he and I made it. And he made it till about 11 o'clock at night to the second proof. And for those of you watching Great British Bake-Off, the other proofer has to puff up. And so he made it through the first puff up. And then I'm like, dude, it's midnight and you got to go to bed. Just get out of here. So he and I did the first part, and then the last part, I'm up till like 1 in the morning. Like, God, I hope this stuff works. So we had that. So he had a little extra credit when he was there. So Eddie, biscuits and sausage gravy, that is amazing. That is one of my favorite southern dishes. So those you go to the U.S., if you're looking for really good breakfast food, biscuits and gravy is a really good thing. But if you're gonna get it at like your like Hampton Inn or your Holiday Inn, it's not the same. Go to a breakfast place and get it because it is really amazing. Let's see. Oh, Sam says, I'm dating a Brazilian at the moment. Now I'm going to have him watch Walter's World with me now. Yes, you should, because I lived in Brazil and I appreciate the Brazilian culture and I love it. So you have a good time when you are there. Portuguese sounds Polish to me. It's a little bit different, Austin, as he says, Walter's World Park time, excellent, nice, little Bill and Ted thing there. All right, Sam. Good night, my friend. Gustavo em Floripa. Obrigado para parabéns. Eu gostei do meu tempo em Brasil. Eu adorei o Brasil. É bom país. Oh, Terry thought this was a family channel. Now she's all upset. I'm sorry. Thanks, Dwight. I appreciate the good things. Oh, Derek's going to bed. He probably got to go to work tomorrow. Psst. Whatever. So, the Mad Heather of Windhurst, Mark, successfully avoided buying an RV still? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you for sending that after Jocelyn left, because then you remind her that she wanted me to buy an RV, because I am not buying an RV. It is never happening. I will rent an RV. But dude, I am not parking an RV at my house because I have no place to put an RV. So there is that. Let's see. Athos says, thank you for reminding me I have to make a better impression for my girlfriend, Anna Patino, on my trip to Mexico, and I made a mistake. I want to help Mexico do it right. Yeah, dude, if you're ex, you messed up in the first place, so let's do it right the next time, all right? Let's see. So Artemis has a good thing. My girlfriend is Italian, so I got to start studying Italian to hang out with her family. Yes, you should. And here's the thing: is Italians will speak to you no matter what. Even if you don't speak Italian, they'll still communicate with you, so you'll be fine that way. But if you speak a little Italian, just a few words, they'll be like, "Oh my God, he's learned Italian. We love him." They'll take you in. I know. My Italian experience, I went there for a month and I actually signed up for a Italian course. And I signed up for they're like, oh, 1 week intensive Italian course for foreigners who don't know any Italian. But it was like February and no one goes to Italy in February. So it was me and the instructor. And so we did basically, if you're a college student in the US, we did Italian 101 and 102 in 2 weeks because we were just like plowing through it, right? And so I went to a bunch of Italian soccer matches or calcio matches, football matches, the first couple of weeks I was there, and then they didn't have any games. We traveled for a few weeks, so it was like I went to these 2 games. Like I got it on Friday, and then went to the game on Saturday. So I didn't speak Italian, and then I had a week of just traveling around, and we had that. And then I was 2 weeks of like intense Italian, like Italian 101 and 102. And it was like 3 weeks later, we went to another game, and they're like, holy moly, dude, you speak Italian now. I'm like, well, yeah, I took the class. So you can actually learn it pretty quickly. So if you're looking to learn a language, go for an intensive course in the country you're in, because then you get to practice it and it goes really well. So something to think about. So Hallie asks, do you have any stories about celebrating Halloween overseas? So I've celebrated Halloween overseas a number of years because I spent about, 15 Halloweens abroad. I still remember when I lived in Finland in the 90s and we did Halloween and they had kind of a Halloween. Halloween has gotten way bigger around the world in the last 10 years, 15 years. But it was one of these weird things that like kids would dress up and it was only ghosts and witches. But me and all my friends dressed up, and everyone lives in apartments. So we went to like the apartments around where we live, and we had warned people before we went. So we went there, and their kids were like, "Oh my God, what is happening going on?" and the person's like, "Oh, this is a tradition from America," and you give them candy. And the kid's like, "Why are we giving out candy?" And if you're in Finland, they have good candy. So it was kind of funny when we were there. So I have a lot of good times from parties about traveling and Halloween and stuff like that. So let's see. Patricia wants to know what's best for location research, travel books, vlogs, websites. I actually do all those. So you see all those guidebooks back here and back here. I read those. I probably research 100 to 200 blogs and probably about 50 videos on YouTube before I travel anywhere just to get an idea what's going on. I also ask our fans from around the world what are the places that they like and they recommend. Because if I know we have friends like Ronnie Duff's from Oklahoma, and I'm like, hey, Ronnie, I'm going to OKC. I want to do this stuff in Oklahoma. What do you recommend? I will ask people, and people want people to know about their country, and I want to know. Tell me what I need to know, what people need to know about it, and I will share that because I know sometimes you don't realize what people miss out on. So we try to do what we can do. No. Harry and I are learning Portuguese, the tour from Portugal. Nos aprendemos muito. Muito bem. Estou feliz. You're working on your Portuguese. Very nice. So let's hit the road, Jackson. I would love to see Mark to do more vlog style travel videos. So let's hit the road, Jack. If you want that, go to our shorts channel. That's where you're going to see more of the vlog style and stuff like, hey, I'm doing this today. I'm doing this. That's where you're going to find those. So the vlogs and the like little things, the behind the scenes stuff, that is going to be on the Walter's World Shorts channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you go down below and you look in our like more information part, there's a link to it there. Go there and subscribe. That's where you're going to see that. Okay. Let's see. Adam says we're doing 18 days in France, Paris and Normandy, and Germany, Rhine, Württemberg, Nuremberg. Okay, in late spring 2020 with kids age 12 and 9. Perfect. So our first trip to Europe. Any big tips? Okay, so Paris, there's plenty of stuff to do. There's plenty of parks. Give them time just to go be kids in the park. Take a small soccer ball, not a big one. Get like the traveling little tiny soccer ball. Have that and take it with you everywhere you go. You're gonna have to like deflate it when you fly, but get a little pump to pump it up, and then they can go and they'll meet kids that way. Also, bring a deck of Uno cards because it's just numbers and colors, and everyone speaks numbers and colors, so it'll be fine. They'll have a good time. One thing I would say is in Normandy, when you're going to the kind of World War II museums, it can be a bit much. But at 12 years old, they can understand it. 9, it can be tough, but they can understand it too. We took our kids at that age, and they were fine. That's one of those things. When you're going to Rothenburg, they'll have a good time there. You could do the night watchman tour in Rothenburg. It's not too scary, so kids will be okay with it. So they usually do a good job with kids, so you'll be okay. But that's a really nice trip to take with kids, so you'll be okay. I would recommend if you're going to do one of the boat things where you're going to see some of the towns like Bingen and stuff. That could be kind of fun for kids. The wine tours, maybe not so much. So Dom, okay. Oh, Dom, okay. You had like 900 questions. And this is the one I think we're talking. How reliable are U.S. travel advisories? Look, at travel advisories, they have to be the most cautious as possible. They are your mom when she's totally worried about you about everything. That's what they have to do. But you have to make your own decisions about what you're going to do, right? And so we look at U.S. travel advisories and stuff, and if they're like, don't go there, we're probably not going to go. If they're like, yeah, you might not want to go there, it's level 3. I'm like, oh, well, let's look and see. I think we'll be okay. So we go to Nicaragua and we go to other places that maybe don't always reach super high, but we're okay with it. But you'd want to look at the advisors from the U.S. State Department or your country State Department and then do your own research, and that can really help you out. You'll be okay. So there is that. Let's see. Adam says, love it. Great advice. Thank you for your awesome videos. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, this has been a fun little chat to celebrate 800,000 subscribers. I mean, I remember when we were at the peak of COVID, we'd have like 1,000 people online, and we have like 133 people on right now, which is awesome because I love everyone there. But it's interesting to see like how things change, how things like move around and stuff. And I'm just glad that all of you are here, and I'm glad that so many of you have been with us for all of this for so long. And I mean, it's 800,000 subscribers, and I remember 12 years ago when I started making these videos. I remember when I decided, do I call it Ugly Americans or How Not to Be an Ugly American, or do I call it like something else like Walter's World? And just like, go with Walter's World because it's just more you. And I'm like, all right. And so we started from there, and it just kind of blew up. And it's really nice that so many of you have stuck with us for so long to celebrate these things. And what sucks is I know I talked about we were going to talk about winter travel, and I have all these notes about talking about winter travel, and I haven't talked about any of them. So I'm going to finish off with telling you about some of the advice you need to have about winter travel before you go. Okay. If you want to throw in a super chat or something like that, feel free. I'm going to go through my advice for here, but probably not going to have too many more questions going through. Yes, Mark Finley, as Mark Finley says, 801,000. Yes, we have kind of one. So that's nice to see. But I think some things you need to think about for winter travel in 2022. Delays are the same. It's winter, so delays are going to happen. So be ready for it. But also be ready for you got to test. You're going to have to test and wait for your test to come through. So make sure you're checking to see what do I need to do when I'm going to a place, but also what I have to do to come back to where I'm from. That's going to be a thing there. Also, when it's winter travel, you got to think about the extra drive time and the extra stay time. Like, have that backup plan. If your flight gets canceled or it gets delayed, what do I need to do so I'm not stuck sleeping at O'Hare Airport, which we've done before? So have ideas of the hotels that are there. Also, when you're traveling, obviously travel in layers, but also have layers with you. Maybe it's hot where you're going to go, where you are, and it's going to be cold where you're going to go. Have those layers wrapped up. Have some stuff in your suitcase. Have that big coat with you in case you get to some place and your bags aren't there. Have that, okay? Also, think about your carry-on. What do you need to have with you, and what shouldn't you have with you? Your medicines, your AirPods, your plugs. Have that on your carry-on, not in your checked luggage, because that's going to be a problem. But also, I think another thing that people don't realize is when you're traveling in the winter, you got to plan your breaks better, because you may think I'm going to keep seeing all these sights, but you're going to get a little chilly. Expect that chilliness to happen, and so plan like what's an indoor activity to go with that outdoor activity. Okay, that's one thing I would say to think about. So there is that. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Scorpio Sue, for the love. We appreciate it. Cam's Travel Adventures. Thanks, Cams, for all of the tags and everything on Instagram. Hey, Mark, congrats on 800,000. Thank you very much. Do you have any plans to visit Hawaii soon? I'm planning a trip to visit during Thanksgiving. That would be my first flight. Any tips? Thanks for in advance. So we were supposed to go there earlier this year, but one of our kids was positive, so we couldn't go. There's plenty of stuff that's out there right now. We don't have anything on our own. Sadly, we do not. So yeah. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being so awesome, so amazing. And I'll be honest with you. When I started this 12 years ago, I never thought we would get to 800,000 subscribers. I never thought we would be able to influence so many people. I mean, we're almost at 200 million views online. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I see people that have like 100,000 subscribers that have, like I'm like, I can't believe we've been able to help so many travelers over these last few years. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And please, if you do get a chance, check out our short channel. Check out Simply Jocelyn channel. Do what you can. We appreciate all of your support because honestly, we do this to help everyone travel better. And so I want to say thank you. Y'all are the best. And I wish you a fantastic evening wherever you are in the world. So thank you and bye. Thanks.